What audiobooks will change your business and your life in 2020? All right, guys, you know the drill. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell to get notifications of new videos as soon as they come out. We've been putting out a lot of value lately with a lot of live content and things just like this that truly, if you dig into, can change things for you. So I want you to get a notification of that as soon as any of that stuff comes live. But getting into this today, I talked before about audiobooks that I've read, stuff that I've listened to, and someone made the comment when I mentioned that they would like to hear a list of the stuff that I was really interested in on audiobooks. And today just felt like the perfect time to pull up my audiobook list on my computer and skim down these. So there's going to be a fair amount of just listing off different books, and then I'll try to have these built out in the description here within the next few days. But why this is so important is your average CEO, which you hear a lot of people with an employee mindset think that a CEO just makes an ungodly, ridiculous amount of money to do what they do because they think they just sit at the top of this big tower and they know nothing and they do nothing. But the average CEO reads 67 books a year, furthering his education to be smarter, to have the correct answers, to steer things better, to always be trying to refine their thought process on what they're doing and how they're doing it. And that's why it's so crucial to read and learn. It's been something in my business that I read stuff and learned right off the bat. When I was out mowing lawns still, I would have earbuds in, reading books all day long, every day, trying to educate myself, trying to better myself so I could be more successful. And I can state 100% that it has changed our business. It has made me more intelligent with my decisions. It has made me know more about the total overall business because, I just didn't learn much in school. I've had 100 times better education than I got, other than the math I understand now from school, going to conferences and reading books. And it's hard to explain. It may sound like, no, there's no way, but it's unbelievable if you truly dig into it. And the other thing to know about this is I'm going to list off a lot of books. People are maybe going to love some of them, hate some of the other authors, have conflicting theories. And the way I look at it is I want to pull information from everyone, but you can't just go in blindly and say, oh, he's right, he's right, he's right, he's right. Everyone's going to have something that's going to help you. And you decipher and you pick from those things and you learn from everyone to just broaden your intelligence. You're just broadening your intelligence, learning more about what is going on so you can better yourself in life and in business. So I want to start off on this list. I want to go through these and tell you what I'm currently reading, what is been read before, what are books that I've loved. Now I got books on here that I haven't even read yet because I just always stay stocked up on new books. Currently I'm reading Second Chance by Robert Kiyosaki. I really like Robert Kiyosaki's books. He's got some conflicting stuff that some people might not love. But perfect example of it's one of those things that not everything is going to be a perfect fit. Not everything you hear is going to be something you're going to jump and do. It's going to be pieces of what you learn. But I've learned a lot from his information. Definitely get away from employee mindset because employee mindset and things of that matter are not good for running a business. It's a whole different thought process when you're running a business, and thinking you can just go in and quality work and work really hard is going to make the whole game. Unfortunately, it does not. And a lot of these books have helped with that as well. So Robert Kiyosaki's Second Chance. Another one that I really loved was Delivering Happiness, A Path to Profits, Passion, and Purpose. It is a book about the founder of Zappos and the Zappos culture. The Humble Inquiry is a management book. It is The Gentle Art of Asking Instead of Telling. Something that I know that I work on my empathy. I'm not the most empathetic person. Anything that is management related that can help me do better with that, because I have more of an entrepreneur mindset where I'm just thinking of building. I'm not the best at managing. So, I'm trying, right there's a perfect example of trying to round things out. I started reading The Way of the Wolf by Jordan Belfort. It's something that, I don't know, it's an okay book. I started it, but there were some other books that came up, so I kind of put it on pause for a little bit. Start With Why by Simon Sinek's a great book. The 10-Day MBA is a great book by Stephen, I'm horrible with names, Stephen Silberger. The Richest Man in Babylon, amazing book. Who, The Method for Hiring, amazing book. Good Strategy, Bad Strategy, The Difference and Why It Matters, amazing book. Fake Money, Fake Teachers, Fake Assets, How Lies Are Making Poor and Middle Class Poor. It's a Robert Kiyosaki book. It's awesome. I listened to the whole book. It's a 12-hour book on the way to Amsterdam. Super eye-opening. I've got some long-distance real estate books, just a ton of those in here. I'm not going to list all of those off, except for one that I really like. They got me started and really thinking about real estate, and that is the BRRRR method, the BRRRR rental property method, and that is Buy, Rehab, Rent, Refinance, Repeat by David M. Green. Great book there as well. Radical Candor, amazing book, Radical Candor. Principles by Ray Dalio, amazing book. I mean, these books are awesome. Anything by Mike Michalowicz, I listen to. I really like Mike Michalowicz. I've listened to Clockwork. I've listened to The Pumpkin Plan. I've listened to Profit First. I've listened to, I think it's the Blue Ocean or something like that, and I'll probably read those as I go. High Performance Habits, a book that I'm really interested in that I'm going to be reading and I have not read yet by Brendan Burchard. Awaken the Giant Within, real short read by Tony Robbins, great little book. Crushing It, I've read like pretty much every Gary Vaynerchuk book. Those were a lot, besides Crushing It, all his other books I read in the onset of business, and really great with mindset and great with the thought of building a business. There it is, the one of my favorites that I've read, Damon John's Rise and Grind. I love Rise and Grind. Capital Gains by Chip Gaines. I can't remember what him and his wife have the rehab show on TV. Awesome book by him. Another amazing book is Relentless by Tim S. Grover. Relentless, from good to great to unstoppable. Amazing book. I would suggest that to anyone. That's like a must read. Another must read about like ups and downs of business is Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. It's the memoir of the creator of Nike. Amazing book to read. The Millionaire Booklet by Grant Cardone, a good thought process book. If You're Not First, You're Last by Grant Cardone. The 10X Rule, Sell or Be Sold, all by Grant Cardone. Great books. Be Obsessed, Be Average is another great book by Grant Cardone. Deep Work by Cal Newport is a great book. The Mel Robbins 5-Second Rule, I've read a lot of it. It was one that I had a hard time really digging into, but it was still a pretty good book. Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink, amazing book. It's How the U.S. Navy SEALs Lead to Win. It's an awesome book, definitely must read. Like I mentioned, Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. If you're interested in becoming more financially educated, Unshakable, Your Financial Freedom Playbook by Tony Robbins, great book. You know, I've got conflicting thoughts on what to do with money, but you know, that's where it goes. You know, you listen to a bunch of these different things, and then you research, and then you make your play. Jump by Steve Harvey. Awesome book. Also, if you haven't seen the little clip on YouTube, look up Steve Harvey Jump. It's an amazing clip. Damon John, another book, The Power of Broke. Awesome book. Actually, I think that came out before Rise and Grind. I believe I liked it better than Rise and Grind. The 1 Minute Manager, very quick book by Ken Blanchard. It's only an hour and 27 minutes. And I listen to all of these. I never read any of these books. I'm not a big reader. I would rather listen to it. 6 Months to Six Figures by Peter Vogue. Awesome book. Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. Amazing book. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F by Mark Manson. Amazing book. The Thank You Economy by Gary Vaynerchuk. Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. This is a longer book. It took a long time to read. I remember reading it. I remember I was mulching this house that we don't work for him anymore, but I remember this book and being in front of this house and listening to this book and just having some driving home things. The Unshakable is a revision of this with more refined topics on this book. This is like the base for Unshakable. That Money Master the Game, 7 Steps to Financial Freedom is a 21-hour book. Duct Tape Selling, John Jantz, Think Like a Marketer, Sell Like a Superstar, great book. Dale Carnegie's got some really good stuff. I like this one, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, a Time-Tested Methods to Conquer Worrying, amazing. Mike Michalowicz, it wasn't Blue Ocean, it was Surge. That was a okay book. His earlier stuff was much better in my opinion. Simon Sinek also had Leaders Eat Last, Why Some Teams Pull Together and Others Don't. That is another awesome book. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, a classic, amazing book. Gary Vaynerchuk's Ask Gary V, one entrepreneur's take on leadership, social media marketing, self-awareness, pretty good book. The E-Myth Landscape Contractor and the original E-Myth. This is the E-Myth revised. All the E-Myths are really, really good. They will definitely get you thinking on processes and systems. It's one of those things that you got to take a step at a time. You know, you're going to read the book and you're going to want to do it all, and that's very, very challenging. You know, new systems and processes are created all the time, so it's a very hard thing to conquer. Good to Great by Jim Collins, amazing book. There's the other E-Myth. The Hard Things About Hard Things, awesome book by Ben Horowitz. Traction by Gino Wickman, amazing book. Entre Leadership by David Ramsey. I don't subscribe to much David Ramsey stuff, but I do like that book. The One Thing by Gary Keller, great book. The Referral Engine by John Jantz, another amazing book. Duct Tape Marketing by John Jantz. The Toilet Paper Entrepreneur by Mike Michalowicz. The Pumpkin Plan, Profit First. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Rich Dad's Increase Your Financial IQ by Robert Kiyosaki. Very good books. The 4-Hour Work Week by Timothy Ferriss. You know, there's a lot of controversy on that. You know, I don't think there's ever going to be a 4-hour work week, but the thought process and the little techniques that he used in that book are enlightening because it's things you might not think about that you could incorporate to help your business. And then The Closer's Survival Guide, 3rd edition by Grant Cardone, another good book. So that was a long list of books that I hope you stuck around this whole time to listen to. And all of those books, except for the one that I've said that the ones that I said I haven't got all the way through, or the ones I haven't listened to yet, that was just the books out of that I've read. And they've affected me greatly. I will say, like, Money Unshakable by Tony Robbins, reading it probably for the 3rd time. You know, there's some of these books that I read over and over and over again. Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, I've read it twice. The Richest Man in Babylon, something that I'm sure I'm going to continue reading every other year or yearly. So that big list of books, as boring as that may sound, will change your education, change the way you think about things, enlighten you, educate you, and make you a more successful human. And I can't speak enough for gaining knowledge. You know, true leaders, true successful people, true entrepreneurs are wanting to gain knowledge to become better. Never stagnant, always learning. So if you got any questions on any of those books, leave it in the comments below. If there's some good books that I missed that are business related, put that in the comments below. I love business related books. It's really the only thing I listen to book wise. It's just the only thing I can get into. And leave that in the comments below. Guys, like, subscribe, share this video with someone that needs this, that needs a good list of books to really change their life. Also, hit that bell for notifications of new videos coming out. And you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and of course, YouTube. It was great sharing these with you. I know it was a long list, so I appreciate you if you've stayed this long. If you've made it all the way here and you're still watching, type the end in the comments. Cool, guys. I'll see you soon.